you yourself must strive. The Buddhas only point the way. Endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes. When watching after yourself, you watch after others. When watching after others, you watch after yourself. To support mother and father, to cherish wife and children, and to be engaged in peaceful occupation, this is the greatest blessing. Before giving, the mind of the giver is happy, while giving, the mind of the giver is made peaceful, and having given, the mind of the giver is uplifted. Whatever words we utter should be chosen with care, for people will hear them and be influenced by them for good or ill. True charity occurs only when there are no notions of giving, giver, or gift. Teach this triple truth to all: a generous heart, kind speech, and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity. The greatest gift is to give people your enlightenment, to share it. It has to be the greatest. To live a pure, unselfish life, one must count nothing as one's own in the midst of abundance. If you knew what I know about the power of giving, you would not let a single meal pass without sharing it in some way. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law eternal. Conquer anger with non-anger. Conquer badness with goodness. Conquer meanness with generosity. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law eternal. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law eternal. The instant we feel anger, we have already ceased striving for the truth, and have begun striving for ourselves. Anger will never disappear so long as thoughts of resentment are cherished in the mind. Anger will disappear just as soon as thoughts of resentment are forgotten. The world is afflicted by death and decay. But the wise do not grieve, having realized the nature of the world. Don't rush anything. When the time is right, it'll happen. Should you find a wise critic to point out your faults, follow him as you would a guide to hidden treasure. Better it is to live one day seeing the rise and fall of things than to live 100 years without ever seeing the rise and fall of things. Everything is based on mind, is led by mind, is fashioned by mind. If you speak and act with a polluted mind, suffering will follow you, as the wheels of the ox cart follow the footsteps of the ox. Offend in neither word nor deed. Eat with moderation. Live in your heart. Seek the highest consciousness. Master yourself according to the law. This is the simple teaching of the awakened. Live every act fully, as if it were your last. One moment can change a day, one day can change a life, and one life can change the world. She who knows life flows, feels no wear or tear, needs no mending or repair. Pain is certain, suffering is optional. Work out your own salvation. Do not depend on others. There is no fear for one whose mind is not filled with desires. It is a man's own mind, not his enemy or foe, that lures him to evil ways. Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded. Even death is not to be feared by one who has lived wisely. If anything is worth doing, do it with all your heart. Ardently do today what must be done. Who knows? Tomorrow, death comes. Being deeply learned and skilled, being well trained and using well-spoken words, this is good luck. To be idle is a short road to death, and to be diligent is a way of life. Foolish people are idle, wise people are diligent. An idea that is developed and put into action is more important than an idea that exists only as an idea. What you are is what you have been. What you'll be is what you do now. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. If you find no one to support you on the spiritual path, walk alone. What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow. Our life is the creation of our mind. Be a lamp for yourselves. Be your own refuge. Seek for no other. All things must pass. Strive on diligently. Don't give up. The one who has conquered himself is a far greater hero than he who has defeated 1,000 times 1,000 men. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. Do not look for a sanctuary in anyone except yourself. To be idle is a short road to death, and to be diligent is a way of life.